Welcome to my views and news. Breaking news for you about Ethiopian government's silence regarding Tigray's announcement of cessation of hostilities. We have received details. Around 4 to 5 hours ago, I said in a video that we had received some information about what happened in Djibouti. What was agreed there? Was there any agreement at the meetings in Djibouti? Why is PM Abiy's government silent? And is the government going to respond positively to Tigray regional government's announcement of stopping of war? Now we have details for you. A clear picture is emerging, which is not a very encouraging one. We were very hopeful, very optimistic around 24 hours ago, 36 hours ago, that things were moving in the right direction. But the details which we have received now are not very encouraging about peaceful solution to this conflict. Let's hope, let's pray things get better. Now, what happened at the meeting in Djibouti? Why is Ethiopian government silent? Yes, there is a reason behind this silence. In Djibouti, Tigray representatives and Ethiopian federal government representatives held meetings. International mediators were there too. US Special Envoy Mike Hammer was there. African Union High Representative for the Horn of Africa were there, and some other international mediators as well. Meetings were held and a consensus was reached that war should come to an end, that there must be stopping of war, there must be cessation of hostilities. Both sides agreed verbally first that the war should come to an end. Next question was how to end the war. It was decided that some document should be prepared in writing to end the war formally. A document was prepared, a written document, and some points, main points mentioned in the document were like resumption of basic services in Tigray, withdrawal of forces, Eritrean and others from Tigray, peace process under the auspices of African Union. But other mediators will be involved too. Unfettered humanitarian access to Tigray and some other points were mentioned in the document. And the two sides there at the meeting read the document. Tigray agreed. Tigray said that it was ready to sign the agreement. International mediators, African Union, others, they also agreed and they backed the document. Ethiopian government representatives read the details of the document and they said that they would like to consult others in Addis Ababa, seniors in Addis Ababa. So they took some time. They said that they would sign the agreement after consulting senior leadership in Addis Ababa. So you can say verbally the two sides, Tigray regional government, Ethiopian federal government, they agreed on stopping the war. with involvement of international community, international mediators, African Union as well, all agreed verbally. No agreement was signed. Though Tigray representatives, they were ready to sign the agreement there in Djibouti. Tigray representatives said they were ready to sign at the document at the meeting. Ethiopian government representatives returned from Djibouti to Addis Ababa. Mike Hammer returned to Addis Ababa as well, and African Union representatives too. Since then, international mediators, Mike Hammer, African Union, they are waiting for a response from Ethiopian government representatives. They have not returned to sign the agreement, which they verbally agreed to at the meeting. It means when they returned to Addis Ababa, senior leadership disagreed with the contents of the agreement. And that is why Ethiopian federal government is silent. It has not issued any statement so far. Question is, why did Tigray regional government announce cessation of hostilities 36 hours ago if no agreement was signed? There could be two reasons. First reason could be that there was verbal agreement by Ethiopian representatives at the meeting in Djibouti. That is why Tigray said that Ethiopian federal government would sign the agreement, so it should just announce it publicly. Second reason could be that Tigray wanted to put pressure upon Addis Ababa, Ethiopian federal government. Tigray knew that Ethiopian government would not sign the agreement. So, in order to put pressure, international pressure, diplomatic pressure upon Ethiopian federal government, Tigray regional government announced cessation of hostilities publicly. It was a way of putting pressure upon Ethiopian federal government. Why? Because international community agreed with the document. So that is why perhaps Tigray made the announcement on Sunday. Now, Ethiopian federal government's silence is understandable. Ethiopian federal government seems to be of this view that international community is supporting Tigray regional government. That if this agreement is signed, Ethiopian federal government will be at a disadvantage. That is why no response from Ethiopian federal government so far. Meanwhile, no one is in Djibouti now. Mediators from Tigray have returned to Mekelle. Mediators from Ethiopian government side have returned to Addis Ababa. Mike Hammer is in Addis Ababa. Obasanjo as well. Reportedly, they are waiting for Ethiopian government to respond. And they are in touch with Ethiopian federal government. So, coming hours are very crucial, viewers. What we are seeing in terms of statements from some Ethiopian government members like Taya Dandia, like Suleiman Dadefo and others indicates that government is not comfortable with immediate announcement of cessation of hostilities with Tigray. That is why government is taking its time. Can we say that talks have failed altogether? We cannot say that. I think there could be more meetings. Ethiopian government might recommend some amendments to the agreement. So there could be some other sessions in Djibouti in coming days. But so far it seems that Ethiopian government is not going to announce immediate cessation of hostilities. Ethiopian government could propose some amendments, some changes, for which obviously new meetings will be held. It means war is not stopping in coming hours, it seems. Though we saw a little lull around 48 hours ago when the two sides returned from Djibouti. I think they returned on Friday from Djibouti. After that, slight lull in fighting because Tigray was hopeful, international community was hopeful as well that Ethiopian government would sign the agreement. That is why there was a little bit of decrease in intensity of fighting. But since no positive response from Ethiopian government so far, that is why the fighting could intensify in coming days. So once again, we have to wait a little for Ethiopian government's official response, which might be made public in coming hours. So far, developments which are happening are not very encouraging. Thanks for watching.